السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا أبدأ. أيوة قدحة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي دائم لا يموت وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله به الغمة وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه الطيبين الطاهرين ومن والاهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. We praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we thank Him, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from our bad deeds. Anybody has been guided by Allah azza wa jal, there is no one to misguide, and if anybody has been misguided, there is no one to guide back to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I bear witness and I testify there is no Lord or deity or God worthy of worship except Allah alone without any partners or associates, and I bear witness that Muhammad is His servant, Allah's messenger. May the peace and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon him, upon his family, upon his companions, and upon those who follow them on the right course until the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, which mean, O you who have believed, fear Allah the right fear, and do not die except in a state of Islam. ثم أما بعد. So brothers and sisters in Islam, as we are right now going through this difficult situation, the difficult situation of the trials and tribulations and the problem that the world is facing, and the brothers and sisters of the Muslimin facing in so many parts of the world nowadays, and especially the world today is facing this pandemic, this widespread disease, which is the spread of the coronavirus. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect all of us from that. It just crossed my mind to remind myself and my family and all of you of the sunnah of life, sunnat al-hayah, the fact that we will be tested no matter what. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Alif Lam Mim, أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, in which He reminds us that, tests and trials and tribulation is part of life. Whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not, it's part of our lives as human beings. In which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, which means Alif Lam Mim, do people think they just say, we believe, and then they will be left alone? Meaning they will not be tested. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. In which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, we will test you with some of fear and hunger and shortage of souls and fruits, and give good tidings or give the good news to those who are sabirin, those who are patient. So this is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is a difficult test, the fact that we have to close our masajids, the fact that we have to not go and gather in the masajid and do our salawat in the masajid. And someone should ask himself and herself, is this a test or is it a punishment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala afflict people with trials and problems and tribulation either